There, this is Birdie Bird, and I'm going to colour in my picture of Ken B on his Vespa moped. So I'm home now from work, where I actually drew this during my tea break, and I'm just going to try colour this in while holding my phone to film. It's going to be a bit tricky, but I managed to ink a picture yesterday on the other page using a brush pen, and that wasn't like the easiest thing to do either. So right now I'm colouring his hair using an Ecoline watercolour marker, and yeah, it's not the easiest thing to multitask. Oh my god. As yeah, this is my second time to do it, and as you can see, recording and working, I've already made a mistake by colouring his helmet the same colour as his hair. So I was originally going to go with quite a light colour for his helmet, and I'm thinking now that a lighter colour may be not the most suitable thing for the colour of his helmet. So I may change it to a colour where it will be less noticeable with the mistake. I'll try to do as few mistakes as possible, but it's all going to come out right. So let's go for skin tone. So I've got Tombow colour here. I probably want to use that one for like shadows because it's a little bit darker. I'll use an Ecoline for his skin, and the shadows I used my Tombow. Right, so I probably won't like colour the full the full skin. I might do. The only thing is, like, because this paper in this notepad is very thin, it's like 40 GSM, it might not be suitable. Yeah, because I have a feeling that it might just not. I'm not worried about it running through because I've got piece of paper on the other side. I've got a post-it note on the other side, just so if it bleeds, it's not a problem. Yeah, I can still do it. If I go too much over it, it will probably tear the paper though. As like I say, it's not quite suitable, but not too bad. Cool. His face didn't come out too bad. This paint colour is on. And now the ink I used to ink this drawing was I think it was a Stabilo, and it's just a fine liner 0.4, pretty cheap and nasty, to be fair, because first time to use it, it was like literally running out. I was using it to ink pencil line, which I don't normally ever use in this book. In this book, I've normally ever done straight to like, colouring in, but not actually watching. So yeah, I usually use like biro, or I use biro and then go over it in nice ink. But I only brought to work the cheapo fine line because if it dries out, I wasn't going to be too worried because it gets quite warm in my office. I just coloured in his thumb. You couldn't see it. I know it was off camera. You were staring. So just the image, probably, or just at my hand. Apologies if this turns out not to be the best way of viewing this. Right, I am gonna colour in his Vespa. I want to use this blue because I always wanted a blue Vespa. Now, I was worried about using this ink because I had a feeling if I decide to colour it, there'd be lots of bleed, because I don't think it's waterproof ink, and most likely would just ruin my colours and smear. Actually, I wasn't too worried at it smearing because it might be able to add some cool tone to it, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing too bad. The only thing is, like, the ink in the pen is now like completely finished. It's like single use, and if you can see how large everything else appears to this pad, because it's literally tiny. It's smaller than my phone, but it's nice to like take around with you because it's incredibly portable. And for me, unlike a lot of other artists, if I can call myself an artist, I like doodling. I'm quite new to drawing, really. Only just come back, but I literally like drawing small. I'm one of those few. I used to draw like when I was in school, like large pieces, but I guess as time went on, I just got really comfortable drawing small because doodling at work during like my breaks. So yeah, it was just convenience, really, and I think I just got used to it. And well, I guess that's what would happen. It's not too bad. Right, back end of his moped. Right, so it's not looking too bad. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause for a second. Hold on. Hey, it's Birdie Bird again. Yeah, I'm pausing it. I had to get some colours together because I thought I had them all around me, the ones I wanted to use. So I'm using a really cheap brush pen here. When I say cheap, I mean I think I bought a pack of 20 for the equivalent of like under 15 quid, which I think, in my opinion anyway, that seems to be, you know, fairly decent, cheapo price. Now normally I would like colour in his suit black, but the thing is, for the purpose of actually enjoying slightly more line detail, I'm using this particular grey because it gets fairly dark, and I think like suits that are black aren't really black. There's a difference because you can normally see tones of grey in a black suit, so usually it's down to colour and lighting. I say colour, yeah, the tone of the suit, because you get like charcoal grey, which looks black, and then you get all the different other kind of black suits. Some are reflective. So oops, just so you know, I was covering that. Yeah, sorry, I can't really multitask too well, talking while filming, and I know I've said this already. So you're gonna just have to put up with it. I'm gonna try do my best so that it captures what I'm doing at the same time as I'm able to concentrate, because earlier, as you can see, that little smudge on the helmet is because I was trying to pay attention to both, and this is my second time to film and actually work on a piece at the same time, because I thought I want to try something different so people can actually see the process that I'm actually going through. Not so much the color selection, because in my mind I already got kind of like color choices I've already worked out, because the colors that my OC can be usually wears, and because I'm kind of coloring his leg now, his right leg. So yeah, because I'm familiar with my character, I kind of already have a basis of selected colours that I'll go through. Apart from just now, like I say, I was when I put it on pause, I thought black was just a bit too dark for this this pick, because I'm assuming that I've chosen that he's on his moped during the daytime, because that's most likely what he'd be using at the time. Because yeah, I'll reveal more about my character as time goes on, and what his day job is, so to speak. I'm quite excited. I'll be like releasing like my own zine, hopefully January 2019. I've been working on a number of pieces. Some of them I've, you'd be able to see already, but as I've been working on my characters and stuff like that, and like comic book, I've been working on my comic book. I'll like include that in my zine. I think my zine's going to be slightly multifaceted with different things in there. It should be quite interesting. I'm quite excited, and hopefully it will excite other people as well. Yeah, so going on here, I will probably select, like I say, a colour that I might be able to mask the dot that's appeared on the helmet. If not, what I might do is I might use I've got a gel pen, and I might use that little dot and make it a shine. I might be able to go over that and mask it that way. Right, actually it's quite good because I can see the tones in there. I'll probably highlight them a bit more by re-outlining the black lines. Yeah. Okay, so my next colour I wanted to select was right. So normally he wears a white shirt, but because of his the clothes that his battle suit is a sort of like this colour. I thought, well, just for now, for this pick, I'm going to give him this tone for his t-shirt. I think it looks pretty cool, and I'll colour in his sleeves because it's lifts it out from the white background, which alternatively I could colour or put a highlight right through that. But yeah, so far looking so good. So this purpley colour I'm using, violet, pastel violet, is an Ecoline. So I bought a number of Ecolines and Tombow pens to create different palettes, and like I say, I also bought like some of these really cheap brush pens to fill in the colours that I don't actually have, and I think that's quite useful. I suppose it's just, it fills the colour palette that I'm kind of missing. Okay, so for the helmet, I can't remember if I actually selected. Right, okay, so I'll do the skin, and by then finish off the skin, because by then maybe I will have figured out, this is Tombow, again, some sort of skinish tone colour. This can be, it's got a bit of a, bit like me, really, skin colour. We're a little bit brown skinned. All right. Yeah, they didn't quite come out exact, but hey. Right. Just so you know, if you didn't know. Yeah. Okay, so helmet wise, I was deciding, and I'm happy to go once again with the pastel. Like I say, that gel pen is hopefully gonna save me. Save me, gel pen. Yep, that's the plan. Oh, went over a bit of a bleed there. That worked out nicely. All right, so to me, I think it's looking kind of cool. I am going to touch up a little bit of the colour in the brakes. Ooh, the focus is gone. Hello, the focus is back. Okay, and now I'm colouring brakes there. Right, so that's done. See that? It's grey, nice. And putting some tone in here. So the light is actually off. So that's why it's not lit up. I think I kind of preferred it before I coloured it, the light thing. I might just go over and highlight that using gel pen. Yeah, give me a second. I'm going to pause you. Okay, I'm back. I've got my gel pen, and I'm going to attempt to touch that up. Oops. Yeah, you didn't see, but I went over that with the gel pen. Hasn't made it exactly perfect, but yeah, making some sweet changes. Some adding in some of that there. Oh, getting a bit of light in his eyes. Yeah, his nose became very triangular. I know. Not 100% sure about that, but anyway. Okay. Get that to shine up a bit. Yeah. Oops, my phone dominated that. Apologies. It's still a bit tricky for me. Right, let's get a bit making, see, as you can see, chucking in some of that highlight there. Oh, bit more, and I'm liking that. yeah, so it's not bad, I'm happy with it. Right, well, okay, that nose I'm gonna have to fix, and I'm gonna do it off camera, I think. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned, subscribe, and follow and see my other posts. I'll post a picture of the finished version. Take care, bye. Oh, actually, one moment, I'll pause you. Okay, made last bit of touches and done. Thank you all for watching. Alright, stay tuned. Follow. See ya.